Right then, let's take a look back at a big point on the road for Leeds. 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. Don Matteo and Michael Bridges in the studio with us. Bridgie, I'll come to you first. If you take 4 points off the world champions, what does that make you?
Super champions.
There we go, we'll have that. What a crazy game of football, really. We were sat here at half-time saying, let's be honest, we've been outplayed for 45 minutes there. They go and get a second one, and then Leeds show some bite and grit and resilience to go and get what could prove to be a really important point.
I think me and Dom were running out of paper in the studio because we're writing that many things from the first half going, that needs changing, that needs changing, this needs doing. Thankfully, it was recognised, and then second half, I've got a blank bit of paper apart from all the quality moments that we were talking about goals-wise, resilience, resolve. I love the way the players have got this adaptability to take on information, to change shape, and for personnel who want to come on and make an impact. It's running through this squad. Daniel Farke and his staff, fair play to them, recognise the problem, change it, but the players have still got to go and execute the game plan. And apart from one moment of madness from Biol when he put two hands on the back of Pedro, we could have gone on to win that game.
Yeah, we'll come on to that moment of potential madness in just a moment, which fortunately wasn't too costly in the end. But, you know, Dom, you talk about the adaptability and the resilience of the team. You know, there's a point where it goes to 2-0 where we're all looking around thinking, this could get a bit ugly if we're not careful here, you know, away from home. And yet we've walked away with a point. Yeah,
we're just seeing that spirit, as Bridgie mentioned. And I think that's right through the club at the moment. And I think the performances have been outstanding. And today, when you're 2-0 down, you're thinking, but the way the boys got back into this game and ended up getting a point is amazing. And all credit to them as well, because I've been there myself. We've all been there as players. When you're 2-0 down at a place like Chelsea, you think, this is hard work. But it wasn't. You know, I think Bogle as well was inspirational at moments when he needed him, and James Justin. I think when they were absolutely struggling, them two had a little bit more energy than other people to get into that final third and make something happen. And then we got the penalty, and then we get, it's just out absolutely.
They both had big moments at both ends of the field.
They really
I thought
did.
James Justin defensively was fantastic.
Yeah.
The understanding between the two on that side, and then obviously Bogle creating absolute carnage.
Yeah.
In chaos inside the penalty area. And I said, Sanchez, the keeper, he's vulnerable, he's prone to an error, and it showed.
Rather than you watching potentially going, why do you keep looking to the side? We have got one eye on the West Ham game going on at the moment as well, because, look, there is a context to our result tonight, which is currently that West Ham are winning against Manchester United. There's 20-odd minutes to go in that game. They are 1-0 up. Man, you just had one chalked off for offside. We thought there was an equaliser. Tottenham have lost.
I'm pleased you pointed that out, because I thought you were just bored of me. And
no, I wasn't. I would never be bored of anything that you would say. Not to your face, anyway. But Tottenham have lost tonight to Newcastle. We've just gone ahead of Tottenham into 15th position. So we're on 30 points. They're on 29. West Ham, as it stands, would go up to 26. That's the same as Forest. This was a big point tonight, but not just the point that takes up to 30, which psychologically is a number, you've got a 3 at the start of it, but also that has dragged Tottenham right into the quagmire, hasn't it?
Even before the games had kicked off, Tottenham knew they were in it. And we always talk about home form. I talk about Elland Road with Leeds United this season. I talk about Stadium of Light, Sunderland unbeaten there. The teams that get promoted, that have that kind of home record to make it, it gives you a chance. Tottenham, I think the fans have had 3 wins in the last calendar year at home. They are in it. And it was a huge night for us to get the point away. A very, very tough performance was needed to get that result. That, again, the confidence going through the club, and you look at what Tottenham have done. Newcastle have gone there, got a result. They are feeling it, and it's going to be very interesting to see if there's big changes in managerial outcomes between now and the end of the season.
Psychologically, when you say that, the aim at the start of the season, we don't know how many points are going to be needed to stay at the season, but we said you want to track at 1 point a game, don't you? So to see, that's 38, to see the number 3 at this point of the season, the players must look at the table. You must see it and think, we're on the way. It's definitely not done. There's a lot of work to be done, but you do see that and think, right, we are very much on the way to where we need to be, Don.
Certainly, and I think got to give credit to everyone, because behind the scenes we don't see what goes on all the time. But I think there's been a complete mindset within the group of the players, because we're playing with confidence, we're playing with vindictive, we're having a go, which I love as well, because the fans love that. You know, Bridgie, yourself, when you played for Leeds United, there's the fans are so passionate. For them to come back today, for them again today, we're not used to winning at Chelsea. But when was the last time we won there, Bridgie?
1999.
There you go. So for them Leeds fans tonight, they'll be celebrating big time.
I mean,
I wish I was on that team.
That's a great journey home.
Oh, that's a brilliant journey.
That is a great journey home.
Right. Well, credit to the players, though.
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
players and the manager.
Let's just take a look. So I thought something had happened in the game again. I'm looking over there. Let's just take a look at how this kind of unfolded in the second half, because there was the change of tactics that you talked about at half time. They changed the way they were doing it, how they were marking the players, trying to stop that. Those four midfielders just really playing through us. Yeah. They did that, kind of was working to an extent, and then Jacobiel probably has a moment that he wishes he could take back, Bridgie.
Absolutely. I mean, I call it a moment of madness. It's just a loss of concentration because he's been reliable. We know he's a good defender. We apologised, Daniel, for at the end, but a long ball in behind. I mean, it's a great one from João Pedro. And as a striker, if I feel the defender put any kind of contact on me inside the area, let alone two hands, you're going down. And it's criminal. It was a coach-killing moment, as we thought, because that sends us 2-0 down. Cole Palmer scored 2 goals from the penalty spot in his last game. He's on fire. Was he going to miss realistically? No. And that's when I thought, what are the characteristics are we going to show? Because that new change in system with that 5 midfielders and going to a back 4 really helped out, because second half nullified everything Chelsea had.
I'm going to interject, forgive me, because we can go and get some live reaction from the ground. So, Bridget, we'll come back to you, but we have Lucas Nemecha talking to Brendan Tony. Let's find out his thoughts after this big point on the road.
Thank you. Yes, we have Lucas Nemecha with us.
Yeah.
That's got to be a happy dressing room you just come out of, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely buzzing. After being 2-0 down, to get a draw here is really good going.
What did it take to get back into the game?
I think the penalty changed a lot. It was a moment that gave us that extra push. We were trying in the first half extremely hard to press them high, but they were really good. They found spaces in pockets and we struggled at times, to be honest. That's to be expected, Chelsea away. But we just kept looking our way, and the hard work really paid off.
I think that what shone through is the belief of the team. If you're 2-0 down, you're struggling. Sometimes you had to suffer.
Yeah.
But still, you wanted to go forward. Still, you tried. You kept trying right to the last minute.
Yeah, I think we did both. We suffered and we tried. And after that second goal, I think that just showed how hungry we were for it. We pressed really high. I managed to get a little touch on it, and Noah got his nice goal. And I think for Noah especially, I remember in the first game he put that work in to get Dom the tapping for him. So for him to get it now is really, really nice for him. And yeah, we're just really pleased to get that point. It's really important right now to get positive results wherever we can. And yeah,
You weren't messing around with that penalty, were you?
No, I just took it and put my foot through it.
You're not kick it any harder, no?
Yeah. I've been practicing on it.
Great penalty.
League table shows Leeds up to 15th now, above Spurs. Every point counts in this league, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's super tight, and we can't get complacent. We have to keep fighting, and I think we do have that mentality in the team. We know it's not done, and last week, Forest was really important, but today, just to push on from that was amazing, and we just need to keep going. We've got a cut to concentrate on now, and I think everyone's really motivated for that as well. So it's just nice to be in this team right now. Everyone's working hard, everyone's working well, and everyone seems to be reaping their rewards as well.
Great point. Well done. Thanks, Lucas.
Brilliant. Excellent. Good stuff.
Yeah, there you go. If Daniel Farke's ready to speak, we will go there straight away, even if that means me interrupting one of our esteemed pundits. There's a pecking order, Bridgie. There's a pecking order.
It doesn't bother me. I know who the stars of the show are.
Lucas Nemecha, definitely the star of the show when he stepped up to score that penalty. We spoke about Jacobiel and a coach-killing moment there. I guess he'll be relieved in some ways, Jacka, that it hasn't cost the team on the road, because then at the other end, Jayden Bogle goes and weaves a little bit of magic in the box and wins a penalty for us.
Yeah, it's tough. I've been there myself. You've cost your team points or whatever over your years, but the reaction from the players told us everything. They're a team, aren't they? And we heard that a lot from the centre forward.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just think that he said right what he said. He's been saying what we've all been saying. It feels like something's changed within the group, the team, the club, everything. We seem like we're all on the same page. We all want the same thing. We're all improving. And like you say, you're going to have to go through some tough moments because it's the Premier League. And we're dealing with it really well. And I've got, even like Ethan Ampadu was our captain. In that second half, that was a captain's performance. You didn't see much of it, but I was watching it, and the positions he was taking defensively were outstanding.
Oh, we like the smiles on the players' faces, don't we? Right, Bridgie, let's talk about that equalising goal, not the equalising, the first one for Leeds. How many times this season have we seen a player, a fullback effectively, they haven't always played in those positions, but cause trouble for the opposition at the other end of the pitch? Goodmanson's done it time and time again. James Justin's done it time and time again. And Jayden Bogle, he's a real handful when he starts going forward with the ball, and he caused havoc for them.
He did, and there was two, I mentioned the players, Justin and Bogle on that right-hand side. I said they did both things at each end of the field, and both players played a part in that when Bogle went down for the penalty. It was the anticipation, the willingness to run forward and get on the end of that, just to get the touch inside the area from Bogle, was super impressive. And I think that's why when the foul was committed by Caicedo, you just know there was only one thing on Bogle's mind: I've got to get a touch on this ball, because you can see when a player's coming in to make that challenge, you know what's coming, and he timed it to perfection.
Yeah, he's got really great control with the ball, doesn't he, when he dribbles forward like that with it. Let's take a look at how that unfolded then, because it was a really important moment in the match. And of course, we've heard from Lucas Nemec, and we'll talk through the way he finished that. But the way we won that.
Have a look at Justin there. It was his touch first. He won it on the outside of the player. And then he's got the supporting runner of Bogle. Again, having licence and the change of shape to put numbers forward, because we weren't then having to worry about the midfielders of Cole Palmer. And we're saying to Caicedo, can you come and do a defensive job? In that moment there, absolutely brilliant. First touch contact, and the referee had to give it.
Yeah, and Bogle's energy has been outstanding all year. And, you know, again, they're just endeavoured to get on the ball, make something happen. And it's poor defensively, but, you know, he's the one who's caused that problem. And there you go, what a finish. You know, pressure as well. You know, he's not had a lot of the ball, and to come up, to step up like that and absolutely smash it into the back of the net. Fair play to him, because that takes some bottle to do that at this stage against Chelsea.
Penalty.
I think that puts him on 6 for the season. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but around that mark. I mean, he's just walloped it, hasn't he? His foot through that.
Well, it's even better because he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way as well. So Sanchez has had a gamble early. As a striker, sometimes players wait for the goalkeeper to make the first movement. Sometimes players pick a spot and go for it, and you don't change your mind. That was there, struck. That is a man that was full of confidence. And he said that penalty changed the whole course of the game.
He made his mind up early there, didn't he? And put his foot through it.
Very confident.
Yeah. It wasn't that long we had to wait for the equaliser, actually. And it's funny how the football works. You know, in the game here, it's a mistake at the back. Noah Okafor kind of latches onto that, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin ends up with a tap-in. Here, a sort of similar situation in terms of it's a real mess at the back, but this time it's Noah Okafor who gets the benefit and gets to pop it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Okafor, when he came on, he looked dangerous, and we know he has got that quality, and he's full of energy at the moment. And again, down that right-hand side attacking, look at Bogle's all over the place. And he just keeps going, and he never gives anything up. And then before you know it, the ball drops there, Okafor tapping, lovely. But Bogle again, energy, willingness to get on stuff and never give it up. And I think that's what it's like playing for Leeds. Don't give anything up, and we didn't do that tonight. And we kept in the game, gave ourselves an opportunity. When the ball drops here, Okafor's not going to miss that, is he? But again, absolutely brilliant again from the team. It's a team goal, that really
got a few. I'm going to give. Obviously, the Leeds players deserve all the credit. So does the staff. But I've got to give me and Dom a rap. Change of system, defensively at the back. Chelsea are vulnerable. Put pressure on them. Look what Bogle's created there, and Sanchez is vulnerable. Watch what I mean. Me and Dom watching this, we're laughing at the replay because of how it unfolded. I thought the referee was going to give a penalty, another one, because of the tackles on Bogle. Because watch this. I mean, that is a penalty from the keeper. Well, thankfully, Okafor's got on the end of it.
The referee's sort of about to point to the spot, and then he sees it's unfolding, doesn't he? He sort of says, "All right, play on."
It was a very good advantage,
which was certainly good for us in the end. It's amazing you said that phrase, not giving up. I can think of at least 5, maybe even 6 goals this season that have come about from Leeds players just not giving up on the ball, not letting something, I'm still going to go for it, I'm still going to put in the extra yard. Yeah. And they've just reaped the benefit from that so many times.
Yeah, and I think the lads look a lot fitter. That second half, we looked fitter than the first half, to be honest. Sometimes you get that second wind. And I think sometimes the manager as well, he's obviously said something there at half-time, and obviously they made the change as well, Okafor come on. But I just think, for me, I'm just seeing a completely different team that's improving, and the willingness to improve and get better and want to put a shift in, day out, week in, week out. And on match days, that's what it's all. So I think what they do in training then it comes to match day. They're set up for match days because they know exactly what they're all doing. And when we make changes, it's not like last year or the year before. When we make changes, we're like, oh, who's going to play here? We're putting players in who are quality as well. So when we make the changes, it's not affecting the team too much. And last year there was a bit of that going on where we haven't got the quality in certain areas, even though we did well, we won the league. But what I'm saying is this, for me, is a different team, a different mindset, and players who want to put the body on the line and stop goals coming in as well.
Absolutely. I think another message would have been Chelsea 15 points dropped from winning positions before this match kicked off. That's now 18 points. So they knew there was a vulnerability. It might have been with the previous manager rather than Rosenior now. It might have been on Maresca's hands, but that message is out there. And yet again, they've shown their vulnerability. So fair play, like Dom says, all-round spirited second. Forget the first half against Man City. Forget the first half against Chelsea. The second halves have been marvellous.
We are hoping maybe for some late drama down at the London Stadium where West Ham are still winning by 1-0 against Manchester United. We can't control anything there. We nearly had some late drama at Stamford Bridge. That wouldn't have been good for us. No. Talk us through Cole Palmer's miss at the end there, because we're still not quite sure how he hasn't scored.
Don't think anybody in the ground and people around the world watching can work out how. I mean, the little give and go here from Caicedo to get that ball in. It's come at him at an incredible pace. Carl Darlow's celebrating sums it all up for me. That is harder to miss than it is to score. Now, if you're a defender facing your own goal and you're trying to clear that over the bar, that is just as equally as hard to do.
Yeah, it's like own goal territory.
Cole Palmer's made it look so easy. I mean, I'm still watching that. I'm dumbfounded how he's missed. I can't believe it.
The truth is as well, in a game like that, you're going to sustain quite a bit of pressure at a point towards the end. You're going to need a bit of luck as well. We got a little bit of luck there, but we kind of made our own fortune from getting ourselves back in the game.
You were just like, what the? What's just going on?
You think the level of him as well to miss that, but he's just leaning back just slightly and puts it over. Listen, we'll take that all day long. We can't worry about them, can we?
Been there, done that, by the way.
I've done it. We've all
I
done
did that at Aston Villa. I remember I turned around and I saw David O'Leary just going, so. But
Can we get a highlight reel of Bridges' best misses maybe for the next one? Yeah, we'll put that together for now. We'll put that together for you. Okay, we're waiting to hear from Daniel Farker. In the meantime, let's just go back to Stamford Bridge and hear from Bryn and Tony. What a night down there. Fantastic commentary, as always, for you here on LUTV, and plenty to smile about. Bryn, Tony, over to you.
Thank you, Rich. Yes, very much so. Plenty to smile about. I mean, probably weren't smiling much around about the hour mark, were we? But then.
You're right. I couldn't see a way that we were getting back into this game. You know, we were struggling. They were dominating possession, knocking around well. More importantly, we didn't look like, we could really test their keeper too much at all. But suddenly, things change. And you've got to say the belief of the lads is incredible, just the way they stick at it. You've got to be in it to win it. And 2-0 down, you're thinking, silly for the second goal. This is a hard evening. Maybe we just keep it at 2, but that wasn't their thinking. Their thinking was, well, come on, let's keep going, keep trying, keep going. And then, again, surprised that Chelsea kind of buckled under that sort of pressure, but the boys did magnificently and back in it.
The squad is really coming through for the manager here, isn't it? I mean, every game we're seeing somebody else make a contribution in different positions, in different roles. They're all chipping in.
And they're having to, when we're missing some key players as well. But I think you've got some just great performances in difficult circumstances. But as a unit, there's this belief amongst each other, and that will get you a hell of a way. Okay, tonight we were a bit fortunate to get a draw. Of course we were. Cole Palmer at the end. I have no idea how he's missed that one, but I love him for it. But he won't miss that one ever again. But at the same time, look back at the previous games that we've had. We've maybe dropped a point here and there when we should have won those points. So swings and roundabouts, evens itself out. This one, we're a little fortunate.
I mean, Okafor, when he came on, was able to make a contribution, obviously, a key contribution in terms of the goal. It was just that in the second half, just finding something up front, wasn't it? Because we didn't see anything really going forward in the first 45 minutes.
No, and certainly Mecha was up there battling away, but the service to him, wasn't great. Second half just even more difficult. Then we put Okafor up the top, and of course in the air that's not his strength either. So the ball was coming back, but when he got it down and suddenly took players on, he always looks a danger. So just by being positive, just by pushing Chelsea back, it relieved us of a bit of pressure. And of course you make your own bit of luck. Bogle again, getting in the box, brilliant for the penalty.
The last 5 or 10 minutes seemed to felt like they went on forever, didn't they, sitting up there in those commentary seats, because I had that real sense watching, I'm thinking, they're going to get one here, aren't they? They're going to get one here. We've seen it here before in late goals for Chelsea.
We saw it at Newcastle. We saw it in different places, but this time luck was shining on us. But I certainly think the boys deserve it. Come on in.
Now we have a very special guest. In the shape
I'm not special. Is that what you're saying?
More special than you, Tony. In the shape of the Leeds United manager, Daniel. Well, go on then. What have we just seen here?
Yes, another chapter of Leeds United history, I would say. Under these circumstances, I'm just unbelievably proud of my players. It was a difficult game for us, quick turnaround. Several key players missing, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Anton Stach, Pascal Struijk. 2-0 down here. Chelsea was in red-hot form under Mourinho, just wins in the Premier League, also just wins in the Champions League. And was a bit self-inflicted because we gave the penalty, for example, a bit unnecessary way, although it was a soft decision, but also a bit self-inflicted. But then to show this belief and this mentality, to come back and again to show the never say die attitude, to show quality, fitness level, belief, tactical flexibility, also the impact from the whole group, players who came in or stepped up also in the second half. I'm very proud of my players, and they should be so as well, and we're all happy that we are able and allowed to send our fantastic supporters tonight back relatively happy, I would say. Yes.
I mean, in the closing stages, you had to do something different again, because it was just one way, relentless, with a little bit of luck with the Palmer miss as well. But the players had earned that, haven't they?
Yes, I think we have also lost very, very unlucky several points in the final minutes, and of course, under these circumstances, many key players missing here in such a difficult away game. You also need a bit of luck. Was also in one or two situations a bit unlucky. For example, I'm not sure if this penalty is always given in each and every game for them, for example. Overall, I think we have fought so hard and worked so hard for it, and we fully deserved it. And thank God today everything came together.
I think that's the big thing for me, is the belief amongst the squad, because at 2-0 down you're thinking, well, okay, let's not make this any worse, but that wasn't how they thought. They thought, no, let's keep going.
Yeah, also the players who haven't played for a while, like Jaka Biol or Sebastian Bonneau, they were also both a bit involved in the goals, but I told them also at halftime and also later on the sideline, put this to bed, and we still have the chance also to come back. We just need one goal and we can score out of a set piece, and you can repair the situation with a penalty. Jaka, stay on it, go ahead and show leadership and belief, and the lads did me proud. They were fantastic, and we have this never say die attitude, and we have this belief and spirit in the group. This is second to none, and with this belief we can achieve also exactly our goals, what we want to do.
Another point that takes the team another place up the table. We keep saying it, but everything you earn in this league is valuable, isn't it?
Yes, so each and every point is positive. It's a positive result, especially on the road, of course. You're in such a difficult place, a very valuable point. And also other results are for me not important, because we can't influence what's happening on other pitches, and you can't really say who is then really in big trouble in 10 game days. And for us it's just important to keep going. 30 points at this stage is great. Nothing is achieved yet. In former seasons 30 points would have been enough. During this season probably not, but if we keep going, delivering these performances and showing this spirit and this mentality, then we have a great chance to achieve great things, and great things would mean to earn the right to stay in this league.
Well done, Daniel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoyed that.
Excellent, great stuff. Cheers, Daniel.
Well, there you go. You always hear first from Daniel Farke here on Matchday Live, and he's happy with that, certainly. I mean, I would have thought at 2-0, he's going to give him a half-time talk. They've changed it up tactically. We go and give away a penalty, and he must be thinking, all that work we've put into this.
My words, coach killing moment.
Coach killing moment, but in the end,
galvanised and got the result back.
Some credit though to Daniel Farke. I know you guys are keen to credit yourselves here with the talk of tactical changes, but he was the one who implemented them. He obviously saw what you'd seen at half-time as well. It is interesting, even with the lineup tonight, we saw the 6 defenders in that lineup. How are they going to set up? Things just seem to work for Daniel Farke in the main at the moment. The decisions he makes, the tweaks he does mid-game, it all is coming off well, Dom.
No, it is, and credit to him. He has had stick at times, as all managers get at some point, but I think he's just got a great bunch to work with. He's got a great team around him as well. You can see that. Everyone seems happy and smiling, and that's the greatest thing about football. If you've got a smile on your face And after a really tough game like that, it feels like a win to me that tonight, because, you know, all right, there's a mistake involved, but I tell you what, that was watching Leeds away, you know, in a game like this again. I just think that's where I want us to be, competing against the top players, and they're a good side. They're a really good side, Chelsea.
Daniel Farke has evolved as well as a manager. Championship promotion with Norwich, Championship promotion with Leeds United, went to Premier League, learned from last time, but I could have told you, we all know when he was going to make changes, at what time of the game the subs were going to come on. Now you're seeing he's happy to adapt his system because he believes that the players can take the information on. He's happy to make changes in a game that'll suit the team for the better the dynamics, and trust that the players are going to execute. He'll make substitutions at different points in the game for personnel. So he has evolved this season dramatically. And what has that done? That has made Leeds United get in this rich vein of form that we are seeing since the second half of the Man City game. So fair play to himself and the staff. That is, you know, self-reflection to change like that for the better for this football club. Credit to the man for what he's doing. And
just very quickly, guys, onto the FA Cup next week with another point on the board, which is good. Would you expect to see a similar kind of thing that we saw at Derby, Birmingham in a not too dissimilar position in the Championship? They've got a very good home form, actually. But the likes of the players on the bench, like Dan James, he's got some more minutes, but perhaps Longstaff and Piru and Tanaka, Nonto, Buonanotte, maybe Longstaff, maybe get a chance to get some minutes and maybe to just manage some of the minutes the other players have been playing.
I think so, and I think the players will be up for it as well, because if you haven't had game time, you want to get that game time to show what you can do, and if you get the opportunity, then they're ready. But yeah, listen, it's the FA Cup, isn't it? You want to go out there, and it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've had a good run in the FA Cup. I think when I was there, we lost. I think it was a quarter final we lost to Sheffield United. So, you know, a good cup run would be great as well, just to give the fans something to shout about as well.
Excuse my ignorance, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, midday.
Sunday.
So I can celebrate Valentine's with the wife, so I don't have to take
I don't want to know anything about that, pal.
That's Saturday.
Valentine's Saturday.
Yeah, but it's not going to, that won't interrupt the football, because if it was going to be on the Saturday, I would have had to say, sorry, there's a more important thing going on.
Let me let you in a little secret for everyone watching. If there becomes a point in the broadcast where people are talking about Valentine's Day plans, you know it's time probably to wrap it up. Yeah. And we're not talking about the Valentine's Day present. Bridgie, Dom, lovely to have you here in the studio. Another point on the board, 2-2. Bit of a comeback down at Stamford Bridge. On to the FA Cup next weekend. We'll bring you all the action here on LUTV.
Red Bull gives you wings.